Part 1. The Invitation. Eleanor Ward received the letter on a cold October morning. The envelope was yellowed and sealed with black wax bearing an unfamiliar crest, a circle of eyes. No return address. To Miss Eleanor Ward. Your presence is requested at Rothmore House this All Hallows Eve. A matter of inheritance awaits you. Midnight. She almost threw it out. She had no known relatives, no property to inherit. But something about the letter pulled at her, like a memory just out of reach. Rothmore House was in Yorkshire, miles from civilization, not found on any modern map. Yet, when Eleanor searched the name online, a single result appeared. A 17th century manor, abandoned after a series of unexplained deaths in 1892. Locals referred to it as the House That Whispers. Still, on the 31st of October, she drove. Part 2, the arrival. Fog swallowed the road long before she reached the gates. Rusted iron stretched wide like arms beckoning her in. The manor loomed ahead, impossibly tall, windows like empty eye sockets. She knocked. No answer, but the door creaked open on its own. Inside, everything was preserved in a state of eerie perfection. Dustless furniture, lit candles, roaring fireplace. A woman in Victorian attire stood at the far end of the room. Her face was obscured by a black lace veil. "Welcome, Miss Ward," she said in a voice like dry paper. "The house has waited a long time." Eleanor tried to speak, but her throat felt dry. She blinked, and the woman was gone. Part 3. The Portrait Room. Exploring the house, Eleanor found herself drawn to a long hallway filled with portraits. The faces in the paintings were detailed, too detailed, eyes that seemed to follow her. At the end of the hall, she found her own face staring back from the newest portrait. Same brown eyes, same scar above the eyebrow. Dated 1892. A whisper curled around her ear. "You never left." She turned, but the hallway was empty. Part 4. The Repeating Dream. That night, she dreamed of the house burning. A little girl stood at the window, flames licking at her dress. Eleanor screamed for her to jump, but the girl only whispered, "You let us die." She awoke to smoke. Running down the stairs, she found the same room from her dream engulfed in flame. But nothing burned. The fire gave off no heat. The flames flickered like old film. In the corner, the girl stood again. Eleanor froze. You were the first, and the last, but never the only. The girl raised her hand, pointing to the shadows. Dozens of eyes opened in the walls. Part 5. The Truth Beneath. In the cellar, Eleanor found it, beneath a rotten carpet and loose stones. A door. Behind it, a spiral staircase descended into blackness. Each step whispered her name. Eleanor, Eleanor. At the bottom was a circular chamber, walls lined with mirrors, but none reflected her properly. In each mirror, she saw a different version of herself, burned, drowned, hanged, buried alive. At the center of the room was a book, her family's name etched on the cover. The Ward bloodline. Inside were dates, names, causes of death. All Eleanor, over and over. She was trapped in a loop. Part 6. Midnight comes again. The woman in the veil appeared behind her. You are the blood anchor. The house feeds on your deaths. Your soul is the key. Until you remember the first sin, you will return. Again and again. What sin? Eleanor choked. You burned us. Suddenly, it was 1892 again. A little girl watched her from a burning window. A match in Eleanor's hand. Screams in the halls. Betrayal. She had set the fire. A pact for freedom. Power. But she didn't escape. She never did. She always returned. Part 7. A New Portrait. Eleanor tried to flee, but the house shifted around her, swallowing corridors, erasing doors. The walls bled whispers. She screamed until her voice was gone. Eventually, she returned to the portrait room. Her image now bled black from the eyes. Beneath it, Eleanor Ward, died 2025, cause self-forgiveness denied. She reached out to touch the canvas and disappeared into it. Epilogue. The letter arrived in London 2 weeks later. A man named Thomas Gray received it. Same black wax. Same crest of eyes. To Mr. Thomas Gray. Your presence is requested at Rothmore House's All Hallows Eve. A matter of inheritance awaits you. Midnight.